This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's kick off this recap with Wippa.
Sounds awesome.
Because he's had an absolute cracker of a week. Let's run down 3 of his major highlights.
You got it. Number 3.
He completely forgot that he'd already met Australian netball champion Bianca Chatfield.
Lovely to meet you, Bianca. Michael John Whipfley from the Whipfley family.
Do you know what? I've met you at the Portsea pub before. Many years ago.
How was it? Everything okay?
Great recovery.
Yeah, everything was pretty good.
Number 2.
He kept forgetting to finish his breakfast before turning the microphone on.
And Dua Lipa these walls. Terrible time to take a bite of an apple.
Disaster.
Absolute disaster. But we move on, guys.
Do we move on, Wippa? Or did you do it the next talk break as well?
What a great song, Fitzy and Wippa, Kate Ritchie.
Do you want to take another bite of your apple before we come back from the next song?
Third break lucky for that apple.
Yeah. Number 1.
His amazing research skills that he used when Mumford & Sons came into the studio.
How does Mumford & Sons go, the Opera House compared to somewhere like Nebworth? You would have done that.
No, we haven't done Nebbers.
It's waiting for you.
We haven't done Nebbers.
It's waiting. It's overrated, I'd say. Opera House is the place to be.
Another great recovery.
Mumford & Sons.
Their chat with Mumford & Sons was, as usual, all over the shop.
Ted Lasso's back.
Yeah, apparently so.
Can you confirm?
I can't.
Wow.
I don't know anything. Yeah. You're playing it in these days, lads.
Especially when Marcus decided to drop this in there.
I once bought some Wagyu semen from Australia, actually.
What'd you do with it?
I tried doing some Wagyu in the UK. It didn't really work.
That's right, you've got cattle.
But these little knobbly kneed little didn't do very well where I was, yeah.
So on Wednesday, when the guys had Curtis Stone on the show,
Curtis Stone.
So nice talking to you guys.
they asked him to comment on it.
Is our Aussie Wagyu semen the best in the world? Is that why everyone comes to get it?
You know what? I've never really been in the semen business, if I could be totally honest with you. I'm not qualified to talk about it.
I took the liberty of milking your cow for you.
We don't have a cow.
Technology.
There's been a lot of chat about AI on the show this week.
What's the best way to introduce yourself to AI?
We had an AI expert in to tell us how it might end the world.
The biggest danger of AI is just AI going rogue, deciding, hey, humans are really bad for the planet, let's just get rid of them.
But don't worry about that, because Chrissy Swan used AI to do this.
I decided to have a bit of fun with ChatGPT. Put you guys in there to roast you. Michael Wippa Whipfley, whose self-confidence should be bottled. And if he could, Wippa would be the first to sell it, mainly because he's never met a product he wouldn't endorse for a paycheck. Fitzy, his biggest claim to fame, losing on Big Brother and turning that into a 20-year media career.
We weren't sure about Chrissy Swan's roast, though.
Chrissy Swan is an unstoppable force of charisma, warmth and wit. A true national treasure whose presence lights up every room she enters.
Is this just you rewriting your Wikipedia?
This is a roast or a rev up.
It's the sort of roast I like.
Clearly, ChatGPT hasn't been listening to the show this week when Chrissy gave us this impromptu version of the Joe Dolce classic.
Shut up in your face.
During Song.
What's the matter, you? Hey,
Shut up.
gotta no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? It's not so bad.
What a voice.
It's a nice place. Shut up in your face.
Just the name of the song's fine.
No.
But we've got to be fair, because Fitzy has not been much better this week.
Oh my God, this is so yeah.
He's admitted to some pretty unacceptable behaviour.
The other day, I brought a couple of UDLs onto the train.
Sorry, mate?
Are you allowed to do that? I don't think
you realise
you
we're
are.
live, don't you? You're a 47-year-old man. Your crime is the UDL. What, they'd run out of Bacardi Breezes?
And he misread a very important word during I'm Still Standing.
Sarah, you just dropped the kids off at the pool, Sarah.
I just dropped my kids at school, yep.
Oh, school. Sorry, thought you'd released a couple of bears into the wild. Okay.
Well, you should be feeling a lot lighter and ready to go.
Oh, my God.
Children. And just before we finish up the recap, I want to bring in a brand new segment. It's called Try to Follow This Story.
Husband does the same thing each Friday for 68 years. Every Friday, he has bought his beloved wife flowers. Another guy jumped in and said, my dad did this for my wife. For my mum. Do you know what's interesting too? The guy who has told the story about the 8-year-old buying flowers.
So it was 68 years. He's 80.
Sorry, yeah. He's done it for 68 years.
Do you want me to do the story?
No, I've got it.
No, okay.
The guy who's telling the story has worked at the florist for 3 years. How would this guy know? Like, I could be 68 years old.
Or 89 years old.
Oh, my God, I've lost the plot. And I could say to the guy who's been there for 3 years, I've been doing this for 68 years.
How old is she?
The wife.
How long have they been married?
60 years.
What? But
Yeah.
wait up. You said that he bought them for 68 years?
8 years prior to them getting married, they were together.
So it took him 8 years to propose.
That's got
What a
nothing
loser.
to do with the story.
He obviously wasn't 100% sure about it.
I'm Snitch. See you guys next week. Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova player via the App Store or